Oh, come on, this is just insane. Just because someone died. They're definitely afraid of something. This isn't some vague abstract story from their dark past, which they don't want anyone to dig up again. Kushida Ryugo died 7 years ago, but they're all reacting as if it only just happened yesterday. Does that mean something so terrible happened that they still remember it like it was even yesterday, even after 7 years? I learned the answer almost immediately. To them, it really did happen just yesterday. All of it broke. All the windows and light bulbs and fluorescent lights. Our entire house was pitch black. We were panicking all night. Did any glass in your house break last night? I asked that for no particular reason during one conversation, got a strong reaction. And now I know it's your fault. You're the one trying to investigate Hasehi Haruka. Hasehi Haruka really is cursed. If you keep looking into it, you will get cursed. Because you disturbed her sleep. The next phone call also ended with emotions running high, and his words explained to me why they reacted so strangely to something from 7 years ago, strongly. You woke up Hasehi Haruka by asking everyone about her. Everyone in class 1's probably getting cursed now. These things are happening to everyone who knows her name. That's no ghost story. It's no joke. It's a real curse. Just yesterday, every single member of Year 4 Class 1 saw glass break somewhere in their house. That's why they're so afraid of me today. But Yoshino didn't say anything about that this morning. No, it can't be. Yoshino waited so long to pick up, I thought he wasn't there. But after being patient, he did eventually answer. Yoshino, give me an honest answer. Did any glass break in your house yesterday? Yoshino doesn't give me an honest answer. But that pause tells me his house was no exception. Nope. Yeah, now I know you're far from the only one who freaked out by this. Yoshino, this isn't funny. Now tell me what happened 7 years ago. Yeah. Is that my fault? Yoshino always tries to act unaffected by these things. At first glance he's tough and assertive, but he's fighting too. He can't investigate this himself, but he's putting his faith in me and fighting his own little battle to help me out. The promise to tell me in 3 days was his idea, and now he's going out of his way to claim that nothing happened to him. He's enduring something. Given everyone else's reactions, this curse is clearly more than just a couple of light bulbs breaking. Is that what you meant when you said to watch out if glass breaks? That was the first thing Yoshino told me. If glass breaks near you, watch out. Yesterday evening, everyone in Class 1 saw a window or light bulb break. This means Yoshino accurately predicted one of the creepy coincidences. Yeah, probably because it's fucking happened in the past. Someone tries to look into Hasehi Haruka. Glass breaks. Because of Yoshino's warning, I now know that statement is a fact. If it was just one person, I could call it a coincidence. But every single person I've called saw glass break. Can't really claim all of that is just a random chance. I don't know why the fucking desire to be like, oh, it's just random chance. It's not worth it. I'm completely fine. Like, it's okay to be like, yeah, this shit's fucked. I'm not touching this. You said before that someone tried investigating her and got hurt. When was this? What happened 7 years ago? Who was Hasehi Haruka? What happened to Kushida Ryugo? None of the alum were willing to answer any of those questions. Which means I need to try a different approach. I'll ask about a guy who got hurt looking into this. If I can get someone to talk to me about it, about him, maybe I'll make some progress.
4年前の話だ。中1の時、ささやかなクラス同窓会があった。その時、アポイントのあった男がいたんだ。
Visiting, was he not in year 4, class 1?
同じ中学の新聞部員だったと聞いた。 名前は覚えてない。
Newspaper club. If I knew his name, I could look into that. You said he got injured by the curse, but he didn't die, right?
死んだって話は聞かねえな。もし本当に死んでたなら俺らの界隈で話題にならないわけがねえ。その4年前の同窓会の時にいろいろあった。そしてその日を境に朝日遥の件は禁忌となった。
What do you mean a lot?
さあな、ただの階段が本物の呪いになっちまうくらいの
Probably some dude got fucking possessed. Enough to scare the crap out of a man like you. After that, Yoshino doesn't tell me anything more. We trash talk a little before hanging up. Still, Yoshino did give me a huge hint there. I harden my resolve and go back to calling people. They all believe they'll be cursed if they tell me too much, but I might be able to get the name of that boy from the newspaper club. If I can't get that, then I'll be completely out of leads. So what do I do if that turns out to be true? Say I can't write an article because I was proven wrong? Should I write a stupid occult article about how your windows and light bulbs will break if you look into it? Yeah, actually that would be a good one. I guess that wouldn't be a bad idea. Though the problem is everyone else who knows of her would get shit, because even you looking into it just makes everyone else suffer as well. I can't abandon the story. Anyway, for now I need to learn as much as I can. Oh, hello, sorry for calling you so late. I'm Tanoji, an alum of from 7th Municipal.
申し訳ない。女子の方は手がかりゼロだ。
See, it wouldn't have mattered if you called the girls. They would have yelled at you anyways. After calling the last boy, I asked class rep how she did. So all the girls she called had the same reactions.
みんな異常なまでに怯えている。これは本当にまずい話なのかもしれない。
Nah, it's just a coincidence. Did they all mention glass?
そうだ。ガラスだ。ガラスや電球が割れたと言っている。それも一人や二人じゃない。全員がだ。これはどういうことなんだ?
Just a coincidence. That's what I want to know. It's easy to say it's Ashiharuka's curse. It's just as easy to claim there is no curse. There might have been some trouble at the power plant last night, which caused a surge or something. Really? Which would mean all the lights that broke throughout town were just a big coincidence. What about the windows? Though that doesn't explain why the windows broke.
やはり彼女たちが言うように
No fucking shit, it's her curse.
天王寺、これは本当にまずい話のような気がする。本当にまずい。わかるんだ。
What? Not listening. What? Hey now, don't tell me the invincible class rep is afraid of the curse.
呪いなんて信じないし、信じたくもない。だが、現にこうしておかしなことが次々に起こり、実際に気配が及んでいる。割れたガラスで怪我をした子もいた。幸い、天王寺のところには何も起こってないようだが、お前のところにも危害が及ぶのは時間の問題だぞ。
Class rep's afraid. No, of course she is. Even I'm starting to get baffled by all this. Whether the curse is real or not. There's definitely a correlation between someone investigating Ashiharuka and strange phenomena occurring. Whether we believe in curses or not, it's perfectly reasonable to be afraid of that. If a baseball comes flying at you, it doesn't matter whether your curse made it do that or not. The fact remains that it will hit you if you don't dodge it. Or just catch it.
もうやめよう。この話は何かおかしい。これ以上に及べば、お前の身にだって何が起こるかわからないぞ。
Well, nothing's happened to me yet.
嗅ぎ回って大怪我をした生徒がいたらしいじゃないか。お前も大怪我をしたいのか。おかしな現象は4年1組の OB から次第にお前に近づいてるぞ。あのコピーを忘れたか。あれは警告だったんだ。間違いない。西九条先生は機械の不調だと説明したが、私は知ってる。あれは機械の不調なんかじゃない。呪いでしか説明のできないことがあったんだ。じゃなきゃ1行増えてることが説明できない。
Oh, wait, what? Class rep sounds like a completely different person. Compare when she started doing this. I can't blame her. I know how she feels. But why did Classrap change so much? What on earth did they tell her? Wait, maybe. Classrap, did something happen to you directly? Classrap doesn't answer for a while. Eventually, she breaks the silence.
私の方は問題ないから。
Stop lying! What do you mean? Did something break in your house? Are you in danger?
私は気にしなくていいから。
Hey, now, wait a minute. Doesn't this mean something did happen? So, Classrap's her room. Konohana Lucia's room is dark. Oh, good. All her lights broke. For some reason, the lights are off, but the TV's still on, so that provides enough light. The TV's light frequently changes colors, making the room needlessly turbulent. Why doesn't she turn the lights on? She can turn them on. All the fluorescent lights have broken. Fuck. Poor girl. Konohana Lucia is on the phone with Tenoji Kotaro in a dark, uncomfortable room with only the light of the television.
なあ、頼むよ、天王寺。
Classrap?
度胸なしと罵られてもいい。臆病者と嘲笑ってもいい。
I'm down. Are you kidding?
もう
Fuck
この調査
this.
はやめよう。
Hell no.
頼むから。やめようよ。
Pieces of broken glass are scattered across the floor, glittering in the darkness. In the flickering light of the television, my face is red from crying. I'm sorry.
天王寺。
Thank you for helping me. You don't have to do anything else, Classrap. It doesn't matter if she helps or not. It's still going to affect her.
天王寺はまだ続けるというのか。
Fucking
必ず
idiot.
ひどい目に遭うから。だからやめろ。やめてくれ。
Tears pour from my eyes as I ask him over and over. Kotaro can't hide the fact that my behavior worries him. Well, I talked to all the boys and I didn't get very much either. They reacted the same as the girls. All of them said they wanted nothing to do with it, just like you are now.
呪いを怖がる臆病者と笑ってくれていい。
It's fucking real, dude.
お前のためにも。いや、私のためだと思って。
Do it for her.
どうかこれで調査をやめてくれ。
Wait, what do you mean? Are you saying something else will happen to you if you keep this up?
そんなの私が知るか。怖いんだよ。怖いんだ。
Yeah, it obviously is gonna get worse.
蛍光灯が割れて。鏡にひびが入って。花瓶が砕けて。
Sorry, Classrap. Sorry for getting you involved. And all those things that happened to Kotaro, would he have been able to endure it? If. Strange things happened to Yoshino and me, and we're both offered to help him. To him, that was much more painful than being threatened directly.
天王寺、自分から協力を申し出ておいて。やめろと泣き言を言うなんて。
Naturally. Don't worry about it. Besides, I kind of have to give up. We didn't have any information. We didn't get any decent information.
だろうな。誰も何も喋らない。
He's lying. Actually, there was one last clip. There. After hearing about the boy at the reunion 4 years ago, Kotaro concentrated on that single point in the rest of his calls. Thanks to that, he finally learned the boy's name. Yeah, fuck out of here. Oh, we didn't really learn anything. Well, actually, that's the only thing I have left. If that clue doesn't lead us anywhere, then I really will have nothing left, and I'll have to give up on this. So endure it just a little longer. It's just a never-ending rabbit hole.
その手がかりというのは一体。
I can't tell you. You've done enough, Classrap. I'll do the rest of this on my own. Have fun. I'm the only one who should get cursed for this.
頼むから。本当に頼むから。もうやめてくれ。
You really don't get anything out of doing this. You're just going to prove this thing exists and, you know, make everyone suffer for it. It's okay, you have nothing to do with this anymore, so you don't have to worry about the curse. No one else has anything to do with it either, and they're still getting cursed, dude. You ever fucking think for 2 seconds? Don't think about it anymore tonight. Just get some rest. I'm sorry I made you do this. Kotaro tells me that and hangs up. Part of me feels guilty about making so many people suffer because of his curiosity. Class rep was acting so weird. What the hell happened? Damn you, Asayarika. She said what happened! You weren't listening! I'm doing this to clear your name. To stop people from assuming you're cursed. Okay. Are you saying you don't want me to do that? It's more like just let it fucking end. People won't talk about it, so she doesn't have to worry about it. Then come tell me that in person. Stop scaring Yoshino, class rep, and all those other innocent people. Actually, I guess she did tell me in person with that copy. Don't wake me or else you'll... Oh, what? If you want to curse me, then curse just me. Stop harassing other people. What are you trying to do? I don't think she's going to save all the curses for you, dude. Or else you'll... Tenoji Kotaro thinks that cursed message was directed at himself. But think about it. When that message came out of the copier, who was there to read it? Who read the message first? Who was that message really meant for? And that's fucked up. No, not again. No, please, God, no. I can't hear Tenoji's voice anymore. I asked him to stop his investigation, but he didn't promise to do that. He said it was his last clue, but he's still going to look into it. So he won't stop.
天王寺はやると決めたら最後までやり通す男だ。私がやめろと言ったくらいで中断などするものか。
I see. Since you lived through the same thing I did, I thought you might be able to stop him. But even you couldn't do that.
ごめんなさい。興味本位であなたのこと調べて眠りを乱して本当にごめんなさい。
She begs for forgiveness in the dark room, holding her phone at her knees. God, this fucking... Oh, God. Normally she's so strong. What happened to make her cower and feel like this? She sits in a sofa with broken bits of glass all around her. And that girl's shadow can be faintly seen, behind the sofa, putting its hand on her shoulder.
もう許して。私はもうあなたの眠りを妨げないから。だからもう許して。
Lonely, filthy Lucia. Only you can hear my voice. That's why you need to stop him for me. Please don't let him get close to me. I hate him. I hate him.
お前は天王寺のことをどうしてそんなに嫌う？あいつはお前の誤解を解こうとしてるんだぞ。お前が呪われた少女なんて呼ばれているおめえを返上するために。
Like a child sobbing and making excuses. Perhaps a child pleading after experiencing violence for the first time. Konohana Lucia holds her head as she shouts. But that creepy girl grips Lucia's head and forces her to look into her eyes. You and Tenoji Kotaro are both misunderstanding. I'm so glad there's not like a CG of that. I'd fucking flip.
勘違いって何？
There's nothing to prove. I don't need my name cleared of anything.
それって
After all, I really am cursed. You know, you got blamed for animals dying just because they died the day after you started taking care of them. I'm not like that. Everyone dies when I touch them. Everyone. No exceptions. When I touch a flower, it falls apart. When I touch the stem, it wilts and falls over. When I listen to birds singing, they fly away. When I hold a cat, it starts convulsing in my arms, then never moves again. When I smile, everyone cowers in fear. And I can't ever see what I look like when I smile. Because every time I look in a mirror, it breaks. Wasn't it the same for you?
違う違う。私は違う。私はそんなのじゃない。呪われてなんかいない。
Yes, that's right. You weren't cursed. It's just that your hands are filthy. Because your hands are filthy, everything rots when you touch it. So everyone hates you and runs away.
汚れてない。汚れてない。洗ってるもん。いつもいつもいっぱいいっぱい洗ってるもん。帰ってきて洗う。食事の前にも後にも洗う。寝る前と起きた後にも洗うし、学校に行く前にも洗うし、他にもいつもいつだって洗ってるもん。だから不潔じゃない。不潔じゃない。
So you've forgotten just how filthy you are. Alright, I hope you remember what it felt like back then. I'll teach you my curse. The girl grabs Lucia's arms, then puts the palms of her hands on the back of Lucia's. as if infecting her with their own curse. Wow, what the fuck? No, I'll teach you my suffering. The girl's hands stick through the gloves. No, they stick through Lucia's own arms, sinking deep into her, as if the girl's hands are reaching deep inside Lucia. Come on, remember. Remember your filthy hands. Wonderful. All just to look into a mystery. I'm so glad. A gray sound fills the room. Was it the static of the television after the program ended? Or was it the rain pouring out? Rain which started pouring outside. Sounds like rain. Lucia can't remember how long she's been on the sofa listening to that noise. She's just sitting in a desolate room as the light from the TV static illuminates her. She remembers something unpleasant and looks at her hands. Her hands, once derided as filthy, are now hidden underneath white gloves. Lucia slowly takes one of them off. She holds her hand up in the gray light of the TV. Static. It looks terribly pale. Because of that creepy light, everything looked terribly pale. Not just her hand. She looks to one side toward a vase with flowers in it. Those were the flowers Tori Chihaya gave her. Those flowers also look gloomy in that gray light, as if dead. With her naked hand, she very slowly. Lucia reaches for those live flowers. Well, time for them to die. Back then it might have been different, but by now I should be fine. I'm not like that anymore. She pulls one flower out of the vase. These are real flowers, so they should have been very slowly wilting. That's not her fault. A leaf falls off. The stem bends over, the petals turn black, and the whole flower shrinks. She pulls out all the other flowers, so violently like the vase falls over and water spills. What about the flowers? Are they drooping? They can't possibly be wilting. A filthy noise like diseased bubbles floating up out of a swamp. The part of the bouquet she touched has a big black region in the shape of her hand, and it's slowly rotting, melting away. The flowers aren't just a puddle in her hands now, dripping very slowly down to the floor. Or just a puddle. The filthy muck falls on the floor like a drunk man's vomit. Who would believe that filth used to be a beautiful bouquet of flowers only a moment ago? Lucia shakes, then looks at the source of that pollution, her own hands. She turns her hands over to look at the palms. There she saw. The palms looked the same as they always did. Like dark, bubbling swamps. Ooh. The same, really? Yes, because she saw that every night in her nightmares. But this is reality. Please stop. Please stop. Thank you. Oh, it's even darker! Thank God Gotaro's so fucking forced into opening all this up. Is class rep absent today? I wish I wish it was just that. I didn't do that. I respond coldly. Hopefully she can tell I'm not in a good mood. Chai doesn't ask about it anymore and she just shrugs her shoulders. Class rep isn't here today. It's been raining since late last night, and every so often it gets windy too. Exactly the sort of unstable weather you'd expect in autumn. When the weather's off, people get sick more easily. Maybe class rep is the type who's vulnerable to that. Sure. I mean, there's no way she... Oh, thanks. His voice brings me back to reality. I look away from class rep's empty seat and back towards Yoshino. Yoshino holds out a booklet. I'm going to need that to pin down the boy from the newspaper club at that reunion.
文化祭の時に新聞部が配ってた冊子だ。部員全員の名前が載ってるはずだぜ。
After last night's phone calls, all I got was that boy's name. It took a lot of effort just to get that. And since they all probably don't want to remember it, I can't even be sure I got the correct name. To double check it, I called Yoshino again and asked if he had anything that might list the boy's name. That helps a lot. I'm amazed you can find all this stuff from your old schools.
それを探せと言ったのはお前だろうが。おかげで真夜中に押し入れの大掃除をする羽目になったぜ。
You shouldn't complain about it, but he's the one who volunteered to start looking at that late at night. Despite his fears of the curse, he's helping me out a lot. I see. He was one of the editors. Most of this is obviously something middle schoolers wrote. Why are they trying to write philosophy and social criticism at this age? They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
俺が知るか。てめえが読みたいのはそこじゃねえだろ。
True, might as well start at the end. Stuff about the authors is probably back there. I found an editor's postscript near the end, with the names of the people in the newspaper club. That was fast. The name I heard last night is listed right here among the third years. Baraki, there. Baraki Kunihiko. This is the guy.
バラキ先輩か。今更だが、そんな風に名乗ったような気がする。俺もこいつに違いないと思うぜ。
If he was a third year when you were in your first year, that makes him 2 years older than us. If he was the same age as Yoshino, there might have been some information about him in one of Yoshino's text yearbooks. But it's very unlikely Yoshino would have anything on this guy. Yearbooks don't cover the whole school in Japan? Okay. This guy was at your reunion.
Fucking
nerd. After that, the man who was injured by Asahi Haruka's curse, allegedly. What exactly was his injury?
直接見たわけじゃねえ。ただ、話によると、看板か何かが落ちてきて直撃したらしいな。
A large sign?
俺が知るか。当人に聞け。でけえ看板が頭に直撃して、寝たきりになっただの、精神に障害が残っただの。噂はいろいろだ。
Oh, wonderful.
だが、少なくとも死んだという話だけは聞かない。
Even though it'd be be a perfect ending to the story if he did die. Yeah, because there is no perfect end because it's a real thing. I feel a bit guilty trying to talk to him about this, but if I can get in contact with him, I really will be out of leads. If that happens, I'll gracefully admit defeat. I don't like losing, but I am bothering a lot of people just to satisfy my curiosity. You're doing more than bothering. You know, the moment I started thinking it's my fault, I'm admitting Asahi Haruka's curse is real. This is my last clue. If this doesn't work out, then that'll be the end, whether I want to stop or not. Third year, Baraki Kunihiko. There, found his column. The column is so jam-packed with text that I feel intimidated before I even start reading it. But reading the title is already enough to tell what it's about. The column's title is the line between ghost stories and urban legends. He starts giving it, and already it's obvious he's fascinated by the occult. I can easily imagine this guy wanting to look into the Asahi Haruka story. This is really hardcore. I can see this ending up in a hospital waiting room. There isn't one. I'm trying to find out about the author. Oh. Bingo. Underneath the editors afterward it says, if you know about any obscure ghost stories or urban legends, tell us. And just under that is a telephone number. Thank God he probably hasn't changed it. Oh, come on. Do people normally put their home phone numbers on these things? Why are middle schoolers so willing to expose their personal information? Oh, well, it's perfect for me. Now I can just call him. Baraki Kunihiko, the boy who wrote an article on Asahi Haruka. I now have his phone number. I wanted to know if it still worked, so I tried calling him during lunch break.